What is up, everyone? Been a little while. Anyways, wanted to make a quick kind of intro video to kind of a new, let's call it a change of pace, a little bit change of style into my training now. Before, you guys have been seeing a lot of power squats, power deadlifts, power bench, stuff like that. Well, recently I've kind of flipped a switch, and I call it kind of like going back to like a bodybuilding, pure bodybuilding hypertrophy focus. I just feel like this is why I love to train, and this is why I got into training. I love the pump, I love higher reps, I love all that goes into bodybuilding. Everything that I do in the gym is to improve my physique. I have no desire to do a powerlifting meet. Watching people do powerlifting meets isn't motivating to me. Watching people do 1 rep maxes isn't motivating to me. If it's motivating to you, awesome. You like doing a power routine, awesome. I'm not docking power routines. I'm just honestly, one of the best things I can recommend to people is choose a training style or a training program. Not that because everybody else is doing it, but do one that you are gonna enjoy. That right there is what's gonna change the intensity of your workouts and things like that, because you love going into the gym and you look forward to doing those workouts. If you're on a program where every day, you know, oh, all my buddies are doing this in the off season, so I'm gonna do this, but it doesn't motivate you, is that truly, you know, helping you? So for me, yeah, you know, I did those power workouts and stuff like that, and you know, I think a lot of people kind of, you know, it's kind of a fad where every other Joe Blow is doing a power program and everybody else is preparing for powerlifting meets. So I was kind of trying to work on building up my big three, and I feel like I kind of got too caught up in that and spent too much time in my intensity in my workouts, spending an hour on squats, an hour on deadlifts, however long on bench, to the point where a lot of my other accessory work and other exercises that are vital to building a great bodybuilding physique, we're taking a step back. So my goal now is, like for example, for this leg workout you're going to see, it's just more of, you're going to see more exercises that you haven't seen in the past. I'm now doing lunges, you know, higher rep squats, higher rep leg presses. So it's more volume because it's more reps. But I just love, it's more of a faster pace, not as long a rest period, because you're not having to go, you know, super heavy. So you don't have to take, you know, minutes between sets. So I just personally love this style of training so much more, and I feel like I got a whole new spark of motivation and energy ever since we kind of switched to this training style. I just love it, like bringing back like great blood flow in the muscle, pumps, all that stuff. Anyways, it's just a style of training that I like. So what you're gonna see is just kind of more of a bodybuilding focused type workout. I'm gonna try to like give you guys some more tips and show you guys kind of how I'm setting up each workout. So if you kind of want to tag along and kind of try this, then look forward to some more videos coming up. I'm gonna try to give you an insight to how I'm all doing all of my push workouts, my pull workouts, and my leg workouts. So stay tuned, guys. All right, guys, as you saw in that intro video, here is a new kind of style of training. This is going to be a hypertrophy leg workout, and something we've been doing ever since we kind of switched this mentality of training is on our leg workouts. We've been doing a set of leg extensions, higher reps, supersetted with seated leg curls. And there's no like real big reason behind it, honestly. It's just it just feels good getting a nice leg pump, gets the joints warmed up before you start getting into your compound type movements. So it's just something me and Devin have both really liked, kind of going through doing 3 to 4 sets, you know, lighter weight, but up to like 15 to 20 reps. So you get a lot of blood flow by the time you go into your like for example, we're going to start here with squats. So you guys are used to seeing me doing like sets of 5, sets of 3, going really heavy. Well, that's gone, and now doing sets of 10, sets of 12. Lowest I think I've gone is a set of like 8.
but I'm trying to kind of stay at least like 10 to 12. So in this squat session, we did 4 working sets, and I believe I did like 12, 10, 8, and then 10 again. So this was my first working set. I don't think I filmed all of my working sets, but I didn't film all the reps. One thing I realized too with editing videos when you're going higher reps, when a clip's like almost a minute long, you're doing so many reps, it's just going to make the video too long. So in this video, I didn't capture all the reps of all of my squats and all my other exercises, but I just want to like show you guys the exercises that we are focusing on, because I'm trying to include some new exercises and things like that you guys haven't seen in the past. So I'll kind of go over those when we get to those in the video. But like I said, so for these, you're going to kind of see, like I said, me and Devin are both utilizing a high bar squat. So if you're not familiar with high bar and low bars, you see the bar is very high up on his back. So it's going to keep his torso more upright. Same thing with mine, as you'll see, I'm not trying to do a low bar where the bar is like down on my rear delts, where my torso is going to shift and make you kind of lean forward. That's going to put a lot more emphasis on your lower back, and that's more, you know, popular with if you're a power lifter and you're focusing on strength. This is more for, I think, you know, high bar, more quad focus, more leg focus. So stance wise, definitely if you see me and Devin both kind of have a somewhat of a shoulder width, maybe a little bit less stance as far as width, and then toes slightly pointed out. And man, I tell you one thing, you know, going heavy and doing those power workouts kick my butt, but these hypertrophy like high rep squats kick my butt so much more than doing those power workouts. And you got to realize too, you know, with doing, even though the weight's a little bit less, since I'm literally doing, you know, twice the reps, 3 times the reps, overall I'm actually getting more leg volume. So I think this is really, really going to help. And to be honest, just these workouts feel so much better just constantly having blood flow in your legs. All right, moving on. As you see, look at this stance. So this is kind of if any of you old timers are familiar with Tom Platz, this is we tried to kind of mock how he likes to do his hack squats. He does come up on his toes. The way he does his, again, there's kind of our feet positioning, but but you keep your feet together like that. It's called like kind of duck feet. And like I said, we use kind of a little calf, little stretch thing machine there, and put it on our hack squat. And to be honest, it felt awesome. Like, to me, it took a lot of the movement out of the low back and just put it directly on the quads. So we did, I think, 3 working sets of those, up to 10 to 12 reps. And then here's another movement that I've never done before. These are Bulgarian squats. And I saw a video from John Meadows where kind of how he did them, where he was kind of holding, he said he liked this movement, but he didn't like the aspect of where you can't, it's just hard to balance. So he does them like this inside a rack, where you, with your opposite arm, you hold on to the, you know, to the bar there, and it just helps you keep your balance and focus on the exercise. So doing these for the first time, these definitely felt really, really good. This is probably something that I might alternate with lunges. Like I said, lunges are something that I'm doing now. So but for a first time doing this movement, I can definitely see why. I've seen a lot of people kind of post videos of people doing this movement on Facebook and whatnot, so I can kind of see now why this movement gets a lot of hype. It definitely kicked my butt. So moving on to hamstrings, we went and did some high rep leg curls, standing leg curls. These definitely felt really, really solid. Definitely feel like I'm getting a lot better mind-muscle connection, better blood flow to my hamstrings than I have in the past. As most people know, like, hamstrings is one of the main body parts I've been focusing on this off season and trying to really improve. So definitely feeling a lot better. And then we did this is just a leg press version of doing, if you've ever done calves like this, is another great way to hit calves using a leg press. Get a really good stretch on the bottom. and then focus on really extending your toes. So to finish, we did some standing straight leg dumbbell deadlifts here. Just really focusing on keeping the stretch in the hamstrings. And again, up to I think we did it's like 12 reps on these, so higher reps, we're not doing that much weight. So this is the last exercise that we did for hamstrings. Like I said, then we just finished with a couple sets of seated calf raises, and that was it, guys. So here's kind of an idea of, this is a lot of volume. This was 9 exercises total when you include the calves. So a lot of volume, a lot of reps. Just loving this style of training. More videos to come, guys. Take care.